Good afternoon. It's Friday afternoon where I am in the world, so welcome to the Ignite Your Purpose podcast. Max is going to jump online any second, and I have our daily question for him. No prep time, no giving little hints about what it may or may not be, and I'm going to make him dive in straight away. Usually the man asking the question will provide an answer first, but hopefully any second. John Rylat Price is watching. Good afternoon, John. Sure, it's been a while, probably years rather than months, but hope it's all is good in your world and you've got plenty going on this weekend to excite you. Come on, Max. I know you're in Canada and I know the Wi-Fi's shoddy in the sticks by the lake, but you should be okay. This is day 5 or 6. I think we're getting a little bit more confident about talking live, ultimately to ourselves for a few minutes until somebody jumps on, but gaining confidence, and I think it's starting to sound a little bit smoother than when we started last week. So come on then, my main man Maximus, yo mofo, let's bring him on. A couple of days off for himself. He's in the countryside in Canada, although it's all countryside as far as I'm aware. There he is.
What's up, beautiful people? Waking up here on my side of the world, a little chaga in hand, excited to get blasted by my man Johnny B from Healthy Funky Free.
You ready?
How's everything going, brother?
Yeah, we're good. I've had a great day. I've done some things for me, done some things for some other people. Got home, tidied the garage, which was a job that was way overdue. So now it's your turn, my friend. So my question to you, and I think when you asked what's the question, I said, yeah, I'm not telling you, and that's the rule. We can't let the question out. It would ruin it. So, you know, a little bit of humility, humanity, a bit personal.
I love it.
Event in your life or movie or instant that made you choke up a little bit, made you kind of sniff? I've got dust in my eye where there might be a tear coming out. So what's the last thing that, or a recent event that makes you think of that?
It's funny you say that. I had a conversation yesterday. Synchronicity, right? Always synchronicity. I had a conversation yesterday with a gentleman who, I mean, all this guy does is work. I mean, all he does is work. And we were talking, and it's not like he just loves to work, man. It's just he doesn't know how to say no. He doesn't. He just whatever. It's his life. It's his thing. And so I recalled a story where last summer in the same area where I'm at, I met a lady who, big lady, like took up this whole chair type lady, right? Like big lady in probably her 70s. And we had a conversation. She was on oxygen. That's how I started talking to her. And she told me her life story. She told me how her and her husband planned to retire and how they worked 24/7 till the fact that he passed away. He left all the money to her. She retired something like 12 years prior, right? And she told me in that 12 years, all she's done, and her whole plan to retiring was that she was going to travel. Now, her health was so poor that in those 12 years, she said all she had done was gone on a 7-day vacation down to the States somewhere. And so she told me, she said, and I hope I don't get too choked up right now, but she said, when you have your health, when you have your youth, she said, do it all now, man, because you just never know, right? And then I was told the other day that 3 weeks later she passed away.
Oh man!
So it was that even right now it's getting me choked up, man, because it's real, man. Like we don't just the world we live in, right? Like we always think we can put. I know you and I are somewhat of the mental state where we put our priority in health first. But we're human, and I know things slip every now and again, and
yeah,
you know that's deep. That's what it is. I'll flip it to you, brother.
Well, yours was quite deep, and mine's not deep, but I think it shows what a soft arse I am, really, and how I really care about the little things in life. Well, I've
Good.
probably got two little examples. Believe it or not, I watched Top Gun last week, and I always get choked up when Goose dies, man. I swear to God, every time I'm like, oh, man, he's such a nice guy, and he was trying so hard. I swear to God, I'm like, oh man, and I get a bit, I get a bit, just have to take
Bro,
a breath.
I cry in movies all the time, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Even the ones you shouldn't be crying in because they're tough ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were listening to a guy talk yesterday about his evolution from where he grew up and then getting into rugby and rugby for England. You know, and in his whole business career and things. It's why we were listening to this business presentation. But again, he was just asked about a moment that he's reflected upon over and over and over again. And he said it was when I was in Cornwall. I was chatting to this lady, lady and gentleman in the 50s or 60s, and they'd just buried their child who was 16, 17-year-old, their son. And he says, from that, you never know when something's going to be ripped away from you, at the hardest times. I bit my tongue, so, it's hard to listen to, but
It is.
thanks for sharing.
It is. It puts, and truth be told, it puts things in perspective, man. Like, whether we think it's whatever goal we think or achievement we want, or the money, the wife, the husband, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the car, whatever, man, it just puts things into perspective because we just don't know. There's powers at play that are much more powerful than us, and we got to enjoy every day. And I think sometimes we overlook that, people. Sometimes we overlook that.
We spend so much of our life looking backwards at where we've been and what we've done and what we've earned and all these kind of things. But we don't reflect forwards for what we might have and what we might do, and ultimately we don't know. It can be taken away in a heartbeat. So we have to live for the moment. Max and I will talk about this over and over again. It's not the past, it's not the future. It's what you are choosing to do right now, and the actions and decisions you make right now that will become your past. Yeah.
Past we regret. Future brings anxiety. All we have is this present moment, people. It is Friday. It is the long weekend here in Canada and North America. Well, Canada anyway. Yeah. So I'm going to leave off saying I love you, brother. I thank everybody for watching and listening. And have a good one.
Thank you for your time, Max. Thank you for listening, guys. And we will see you tomorrow. Send a question.
Yes, you will.
Send a tough one.
Oh, I'm going to put you on the spot, bro. I'm going to think all day today on what I can ask you.
See you, fella. Take it easy.
All right, brother. Peace.